Hello guys, how y'all doing today? I'm going to walk you through how I upgraded the memory on my T3610 Dell Precision Workstation. I put on the title to the max because I actually maxed it out at 128 gigs RAM. As you can see on here, it came with 16 gigs, which is good. Actually, I bought a refurb on Amazon. It was supposed to come with 8 gigs. I actually doubled the RAM for free, but still. You can see there's 8 slots total. They're currently populated with 4 gig DIMMs, so I get a total of 16. Only they're half populated. I'm going to go ahead and fill them up, all 8 slots, and I'm going to put 16 gig DIMMs in. Here's a picture of the DIMMs I'm using. Let me zoom in so I can get you to see a little bit better. They're 16 gig DIMMs. 16 gig PC3-14900R. I'll put a link to these as well as to the T3600 itself on my Amazon Associates account in the description of the video here, so you can go check it out if you'd like. I get a small bit of money for that if you happen to buy something off of it. Doesn't cost you a penny, but thank you. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. You see there were some scratches to the outside of the case. It was kind of touched up with paint. I really don't care. I mean, this is gonna sit under a desk for me. I'm more concerned about the performance of the workstation. There's the 2 spots the DIMMs exist. To be able to get to them, you have to take out the enclosure for the DVD/CD-ROM. I did take that out. You can leave it plugged in like I did there, or you can go ahead and unplug all the cables. Either way, it seems to be long enough to leave it plugged in. You just push the little blue clip and kind of pull up, and the memory covers just slide right out. They are different. I didn't realize that at first, but there is one for the top and one for the bottom. As I get the memory out here, you can see there are a total of 8 slots. Currently 4 are populated. Since I'm going to fill up all slots, I don't have to worry about memory banks or any of that type of thing. You would have to be very considerate of that if you're not going to fill up all the slots. Now, in theory, you wouldn't want to do this like I'm doing it. I'm pushing on one side of the clip and then moving to the other side. You'd want to push them both at the same time, but I'm actually having issues with my right shoulder, and I can't twist my arm in there to get it at the same time. So I'm going to take them out one clip at a time, and I'm going to put them in one clip at a time. Not really the recommended way to do it. Ideally, you'd want to use both hands and put both sides in at once. So I'm going to head and open up all the clips. I started putting this in here, and I was going to try to put it in the bottom and realize it would probably make sense to start off on the top, so I'm not in my way for the rest of them. So I'm going to go ahead and move up to the top, put it in first, and then I'm going to work my way down. Again, 16 gigs, there's nothing wrong with that, right? In a workstation, if you got Windows 10, 16 gigs is actually a decent amount of memory. But the fact that this workstation maxes out at 128 gigs, I thought, you know what? It's not that big of a deal just to go ahead and max it out. So that's what I'm going to do, is go ahead and get it loaded up with 16 gig DIMMs. I've already got one video I made where I upgraded the drives. The system I bought came with a 500 gig spinning disk. I believe it was a Western Dig. I pulled that out and put in 2 SSDs, one 480 gig SSD, that's my operating system drive, and program drive, and then I've got a 3.8 terabyte SSD. That's where I put all of my videos. Ideally, you could probably get a lot smaller drives and put more of them in there and get a little better performance, but it works out just great the way I was doing it. Got the top memory sticks in there now, so I'm going to go ahead and put the DIMMs in the bottom now. Same thing, I'm starting at the top, working my way down. Try to get both hands in there, and then I'm going to get my arm all twisted up and get frustrated. But yeah, I did that all right. Still couldn't push enough to click it in. I just don't have that kind of power in my right hand right now. And I've also, since this video was made, I have upgraded the video card. This came with a Quadro 600. Didn't seem to have very good luck with it. The driver didn't seem to want to load correctly, so I found a used NVIDIA Quadro K5000 on eBay. I think I paid $130 for it. Went and picked it up here locally, got it installed, and man, that card's nice. It's got 4 gigs of video RAM. You know, for 130 bucks, it's really nice. Watched a lot of videos on it. Supposedly it does really good with rendering, with 3D modeling, that type of thing. Definitely not meant as a gaming card, but again, I'm not really using this for gaming. Using it for a lot of video work. Do some 3D modeling, like to do a little video editing here and there, although, you know, you can't really tell it from this because I'm just kind of crunching this together to play with it, not really doing a lot of actual good video editing or anything. You get all the DIMMs installed, and you know, I got to brag on myself a little bit. I actually got all 8 of those installed, not a single issue, powered it up, and it worked first time. So this is about the point when I realized these were different. I did put them in correctly, but I'm like, wait a minute, this does not look like the other one. And then I start to realize that, oh yeah, they're not like each other. They're totally different. Luckily, I did put the bottom one in the bottom one, and now the top one's going in the top. And it's going to be really embarrassing here in a minute. I'm going to pull it back out and just kind of wipe the dust off. I definitely should have cleaned these off while I had them out. Here comes the dust storm. So anyway, I should have definitely cleaned those off and taken a little better care to take care of that while they were out of the system. But that being said, I go ahead and put it back in and get the system ready to fire up. And that's really all there is to it. Once I get this case back in, or the memory cover, not case, then all I've got to do is take the CD, DVD enclosure and put it back into place. And pretty much done. Put the case back on and fire this bad boy up. The case just slips right in there. It works really well. Connect the one little thing I had to undo. And we're good to go. I love how easy the cover on this case goes back together. It just slaps in and you just kind of slam it closed and you're in good shape. That's it. So now I'm going to go ahead and boot this sucker up and let you see the memory. And there you can see me, and I need to do a little cleanup around the house here. Alright, so you can see right there, not only did I go up to 128 gigs, I actually went to a higher speed. Previously it was at 1600 megahertz memory speed. Now I'm at 1867. Plus I'm at a total of 128 gigs of RAM. It's a great upgrade, guys. And it's very easy to do. You don't need to pay anyone to do this. If you guys got anything out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment. If I did something wrong, something you'd like to see different, please comment. But really, I'd love to keep doing these videos. I'm going to keep chugging through this thing. My next goal is to get the processor upgraded. I just got a pretty fast quad core, but I want to try to go see how. I'm not sure what all I can put in here, but I'm going to play with some different machines or some different CPUs and see. Thanks, guys. Hope you'll have a good one.